Coming up next, Merry Christmas. It's a gift of the Magi.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Bookin It. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
You know what? I'm sure you're going to be like, oh, Bookin' It released a Christmas episode. Let's gather everybody up after Christmas presents and just listen to it. Because I know that's what you're going to do, because that's going to be great.
You know, you can grab your hot chocolate and eat a nice family breakfast, listen to this.
Yeah, you could even pretend to smile and laugh at your kids' faces while they're opening presents and just listen to this, because that would be great, right? I don't know. I'm sure you're having a great Christmas. I'm sure I will have been having a great Christmas. I mean, we can't get in the Christmas spirit yet. It's pretty far before Christmas right now, but
it's actually not even Halloween.
It's not even
our time zone.
Yeah, no, we're recording this way early.
Yes. I can actually get into the Christmas spirit. I might have been having peppermints before this, like real peppermints.
I might have been listening to
Christmas
country's Christmas songs because they're awesome.
I might have not.
I might have just been, not.
Anyway.
Yeah, I've been listening to Christmas music already, and it's not Halloween yet. I'm that kind of person. I'm sorry.
Great.
Bro, Christmas music, I love it. I mean, I have no... Maybe sometimes I think it's too early, but that's only when I'm feeling judgmental. I really do like it on my own time, obviously.
I convinced myself because it's only 9 weeks before Christmas. That's why I've convinced myself. We are not 10 weeks away from Christmas. We are 9 weeks. There's a difference. Well, I can listen to Christmas music now.
9.5 weeks. We're 66 days away. 66 days is not long. It's enough to be assembling our... I'm kidding. We're not going to assemble our lists. Anybody drafting up a letter to Santa yet?
Yes, actually. Mine's pretty long this year.
A car?
That'd be great.
Yeah. Anyway.
I might even leave you a tip, Sam.
Anyway. Well, guys. What did you guys think about The Gift of the Magi?
It was a good story. I liked it.
Yeah.
Very Christmassy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very heartwarming and
loving,
kind of sad, but then pretty quickly after, sad, really funny. And then just happy because neither of them really cared.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway. Oh, what a great, loving Christmas story. Oh, man. Such a great story. Well, let's get into our baggage. I'm sure our baggage will be pretty similar, but let us see.
Yes. All right, I'll start it off. So, for about as long as I can remember, every year at Christmas, my family has watched these Disney Mickey shorts called Once Upon a Christmas and Twice Upon a Christmas. And they were pretty old, but we still watch them all the time at Christmas time. And one of the stories is a altered version of this story with Mickey and Minnie, where they buy each other gifts but sell the gift that the gift that they're receiving goes with in order to buy the other one a gift. And it's always just been kind of funny. And but anyway, so when I was reading this, like about halfway through, when she started like selling her hair, I was like, wait, I wonder if this is going to turn out just like that Mickey short. And I never known it was based off of this until I read this.
Whoa, this is a ripoff of that Mickey short.
I know. And then I checked the date, and I was like, oh, wait. Yeah. So that's my baggage.
Sadly, mine mimics Matthew's almost to date, like to the
Mine's
point.
Kind of like it, but different.
Epic.
It has some different stuff in it.
Let's hear it. Hey, this is the first time Isaiah has not said exactly the same as Matthew. No, seriously, I was seriously thinking the same thing. Why don't we hear it, Isaiah?
Ha ha. So, yes, it is similar to Matthew's in parts, like where I did watch like that Mickey stuff when I was a lot younger, and all that. I actually didn't remember that this was in there at all or anything like it. But what it was for me is a couple years ago, I was like always listening to Adventures in Odyssey. It's like stories and all that, and one of them was like The Gift of the Magi, but it was a bit altered.
Did you seriously use the same word as me?
Okay, a bit different. Okay. It was a bit different. But
Christmas elf.
It's actually basically the same. Just no, it actually was the exact same. Now that I think about it, it was the exact same, but they called it something else. Sorry, it was the exact same, but they called it something else.
Yes, to the milkshake or something.
I don't remember. He was just the dude was just telling a story to someone else about like the Christmas spirit or whatever, and that was one of them. And yeah, it's basically my baggage.
Epic. Coop dog, let's hear from you.
What about Tanner first?
He said his was the same as Matthew's.
Okay.
Like
well,
literally
a long
the
time
exact
ago,
same.
as a kid, just getting my heart warmed up by that cute little Mickey and Minnie story, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. And maybe in my subconscious somewhere, I was like, I'm pretty sure this happened somewhere else, but I can't remember where. But maybe I didn't.
No, you probably never thought that.
I probably never thought
you were
that.
Like,
I was
Mickey.
making that up, yeah. That's probably what
I
I was
actually
thinking.
knew
No,
it was based off of the Gifts of the Magi.
I was at the age where I'm like, Mickey Mouse is so not cool anymore.
Hey, I like the way you worked the word subconscious into there.
Anyway.
Inception.
Anyway, we were doing our LTW thing, and in the example of our essay that we were supposed to write, there was always the example of the Gift of the Magi, should Della sell her hair or not. And I was like, what the heck is the Gift of the Magi? So we get our Words Aptly Spoken book, and I looked through it, and I'm like, oh, look, there's the Gift of the Magi. Maybe I'll just read that. And it took me a couple minutes, and I was like, geez, they based off the Mickey short off of this book, and I was like, huh. Wow, that was, yeah. Of course, everybody rips off this book, but then everything kind of finally made sense, and I was like, oh, Gift of the Magi is that. Okay. So, anyway,
So
I liked
basically
it.
Matthews.
No.
He just wanted to retell it and throw in the word subconscious.
And more eloquently. Haha, but did I say I'm your humble and eloquent host? I didn't introduce us. I'm your humble and eloquent host, Cooper Cobbs. That's Matthew, Tanner,
Merry
and
Christmas.
Isaiah.
What's up?
Merry Christmas.
We love you.
Anyway.
Bells,
7 minutes into this podcast, you know?
Yeah. Hey, I think
chill
that's a record. I think we normally...
It's Christmas.
like under the first minute. Yeah, Christmas.
No, I was just making that a joke. But
you know what I'm excited about? Our Christmas intro music.
Yes.
You know what I'm also excited
Jingle
about?
Talking about the Gift of the Magi.
Hey, you know what I'm also excited about? Telling you guys about O. Henry, who wrote this book. So I'm here to give some background.
No way.
Henry.
You actually did your job without us telling you to?
Yes.
Whoa,
I actually
what are you implying?
Cooper didn't plan on it. I actually asked him if I could do this. Anyways.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
Hey. Hey. So what you guys may have known is that The Gift of the Magi is a short story written by O. Henry. What you may have not known is that before he was known by O. Henry, he was known by the name William Sidney Porter. You can call him Bill if you want. I don't really care. I think he's dead.
Yes, he's long dead.
Yes. He was born in 1862 and died in 1910. So, yes, he's long dead. No, sorry, man. You would be 110 this year. Oh, wait, no, he wouldn't. He died 110 years ago. He'd be really old. And so, okay, he worked during his 20s in Texas at a bank.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he started writing stories for newspapers around there. And then he was charged with some crimes and things and decided to go to Honduras to get away from that. Which, that's kind of funny because we live in Texas too. But then he eventually returned and spent 3 years in prison. During those 3 years, he wrote and continued to publish stories and different short stories and things. And
Under the pen name O. Henry, right?
Well, not yet, actually. During that time when he was in prison, he had various pen names, according to my sources here. And... And it doesn't give any dude, I'm literally reading out of the CC book.
I know. I'm joking.
No, he had various pen names. It doesn't give any examples, but later he was best known by the name O. Henry, and he continued to write even after this story until his death, which, as I mentioned earlier, was in 1910.
Nice. Thank you, Matthew.
Oh, also, if you're wondering, this story came out in 1906, so 4 years before he died.
Yeah. Jeez, all these writers die young. It's a shame. Such a shame. Anyway, what you guys? I guess we should talk about it. Well, what do you guys think about the sacrifice that Della made? Huh? What do you think about it?
It was noble.
It was
and
very
not
selfless.
as big as her husband's Jim's sacrifice because her hair would grow back like the next month.
Yeah, so it's like, oh well,
that's true.
Yeah,
that was I noticed that when I was thinking about like comparing it to the Disney story. The Disney story, they changed it so that both of them were like they both lost like actual objects when she just lost her hair.
Do you guys think that that's better that they lost both of them, or that she's gonna grow her hair back and be able to use the combs? What do you guys think about that?
I don't know. I think it was still like the same meaning either way. You know.
It was a very selfless sacrifice. Wow, I put sacrifice and selfless into the same sentence. That was pretty impressive.
Oh,
yeah. But not subconscious.
I mean, it doesn't really, like, go through... Can't remember, what's her husband's name?
Jim.
Jim? Okay. It doesn't really go through, like, Jim at all. Like, he doesn't talk about him, like, through his mind or even him going to sell his watch and all that.
Right.
So we can't really compare them like that, but I'd say it was much easier for her to give up her hair than him to watch because, I mean, she knew her hair was going to grow back in, like a little
back in those times, she spent so much time fixing her hair. And, like, for a woman, like, you know, a wealthy woman in that time, like, your hair was, like, really important.
They wouldn't know. They just covered up with a wig.
I assume from this story, but, oh, yeah.
This is in England, I don't think. Well, is it? Maybe it is.
No. Well, but like even more than if you had real hair that was good, then that'd be even more important.
Yeah, I like he compared her to the Queen of Sheba, and then he compared Jim's watch to Solomon. I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny.
Also, one thing, her sacrifice was much larger than we're making it sound right now because her hair was down to her knees.
Yeah, it's true. It probably wouldn't ever go
Fair enough.
again.
But she did sell it for $20, which doesn't sound like a lot, but like back in that time, I was like,
well, and
man.
for them, they had $1.87.
Yeah,
like, that's all they had left over.
Yeah, they lived on $20 a week. I'm like, I don't think. I mean, I make $20 a week, you know.
He was like, you should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Why do I have to use this for Christmas presents?
I mean, it shows how much she cared about her hair, though, because after that, right after she got a cut, I mean, after looking for the change, she went home and, like, did her hair for, like, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel after... you guys ever sacrifice, like, something for someone you cared about? Or not really? No?
I mean, I can't think of, like, a example like this, but...
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd meet
have you, like, let your sibling do something with your sibling that you would normally, or that prevented you from doing something else, something like that? It doesn't have to be on this big of a scale.
I can give a super cheesy example.
Go ahead. We love cheesy examples here on Bookin It.
So, yes. So one time I went to Whataburger, right? And everybody knows Whataburger always gets the order wrong.
Yeah.
So
everybody's back,
me and one of my brothers ordered chocolate milkshakes. But this time they got like literally everything wrong. Like they messed up so much stuff. So between like our whole family, and Tanner was there too.
Yeah, it was pretty
Tanner's
epic.
family was there. Between both of our families, we were going back and forth so many times asking them to redo stuff or like give us something they forgot. And it was so awkward, and we were just like, come on, man, just get it right there.
But Chick-fil-A is better.
We were just cringing.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I realized after we had gone back probably 10 times and they were like all annoyed with us and stuff that they had only given us one chocolate milkshake. And I was like, I'm not going back there again. You can just have it, Nolan.
That's a good idea. That's a great example. How did you feel after you did that?
I mean,
like you wanted a chocolate milkshake.
I know. I wanted a chocolate milkshake so bad. Like my mouth was just like. But you know, it might have worked out because I had football practice right after that, so I probably shouldn't be drinking milkshakes anyway.
No, but like, how did you feel on the inside?
Oh,
do you feel good?
Thirsty?
Yes, I mean, I felt happy for him that he got a chocolate milkshake.
Yeah.
Even though I still wanted one.
Yeah.
Inside, he felt very hungry for that milkshake.
Yeah.
Thirsty.
Off mic, I'll tell you guys a funny story. Anyway, a comedian told me. Anyway, do you think that
Cooper thinks he's a comedian?
I'm not. No. Like another comedian did it.
Hey.
I'm trying to ask a question here, and you're like, "Oh, Cooper is a comedian."
This is a Christmas one. We should be kind.
Do you think that soul sacrifice is a good thing? I had to say it like that so I'd get your attention.
Okay.
You could have just said it.
No, I tried.
Doing it like that.
I tried.
You're stuck with that now.
Answer the question.
Do I think that self-sacrifice is a good thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Explain.
Because the Bible says so.
Where?
The Bible tells me so.
I don't know, Matthew. You come back and answer that question in a few weeks.
Bro, Jesus literally gave up the crown in heaven to be a humble craftsman and to die for all of our sins.
I know. I was just making sure Tanner
self-sacrificed.
knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. But
Sure.
yeah, I mean, definitely. Yeah. Good thing, Tanner. Good mention there. Do you think that Della and Jim gave each other wise gifts?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, they gave each other stuff that were supposed to be like with their most precious things.
You know, and it also makes it better that they sacrificed to do that. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they sacrificed their most precious thing to give someone else a precious item.
So I was going
for their precious
do you think
item,
that?
And then,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's just trying to correct me. It's okay.
No,
you can continue.
no. Did
I actually have something
did-
to say.
Go ahead.
So I've been doing cross multiplication for a little bit, just helping my siblings do cross multiplication. And every
They
time I
let you
think
do
of
that?
this,
My siblings don't.
Cooper, my mom makes me
but my
help
sister
them.
was like,
Okay, so I just think of cross multiplication and how basically they're just cross multiply, like how it worked, like how they cross multiply each other's like most prized possessions to get the product.
I can see that. Yeah.
And that's what I think of every time I do this. I just think of math, and my dad would be really happy that I just figured
Yeah,
out
my
how
mom
to
would
bring
be too.
LTW in.
We're having
to-
math conversations, guys. Anyway, do you think that O. Henry thought that they made wise decisions?
Do I think that Henry thought that?
Sorry, do you think that O. Henry thought that Jim and Della made wise decisions?
I think
I mean,
he
yeah,
did.
he like wrote it to be like that. So
Yeah, because the whole thing was a comparison to the wise men.
yeah.
Let me read this last paragraph. The Magi, as you know, were wise men, wonderfully wise men, who brought gifts to the babe in the manger. They invented the art of giving Christmas presents. Being wise, their gifts were no doubt wise ones, possibly bearing the privilege of exchange in case of duplication. And here I have lamely related to you, the uneventful chronicle of two foolish children in a flat, who most unwisely sacrificed for each other the greatest treasures of their house. But in a last word to the wise of these days, let it be said that of all who give gifts, these two were the wisest. O all who give and receive gifts, such as they are the wisest. Everywhere they are the wisest. They are the Magi.
Well, technically, he just contradicted himself.
Yeah, but he's. Well, like, think about it. If you
Isaiah.
think, but if you think about it logically, he's right. Like, they should not have given the most prized possession to sacrifice the other, right? That's just
Yeah.
But then, nobody does that because it's the right thing to do. And he's saying they were the wisest because they sacrificed the most in order to give. And he's saying they were wiser than
He was
the Magi
comparing-
who gave gifts. I don't know.
So-
I think about like the poor woman who put just a few coins, but she gave out of her she didn't have any money. She gave all she had, and the rich man gave a lot. I mean, I'm not saying that the wise men were wise; they gave good gifts. But I'm just saying it means so much more when you sacrifice to give, right?
So here's what I also think of. So going back to those, to like thinking logically about that type of stuff, I think of the fact that you'll have, so Jesus, for example, Jesus went down to earth and gave up his crown and that's sacrificing. Now, Jesus also sacrificed himself for us when he died on the cross. Now, here's the most illogical thing that we're ever going to come to throughout our entire lives. Jesus died to live.
Right.
You know, that's actually a really good analogy, and I was thinking about that a second ago. Like, they didn't just give something that was well thought out and like a really great gift for the other person. They had to double give, essentially. Like you said with Jesus, he had to give up his crown and come down and be a man, which was way below him because he was God, and he still was, but he was also had to be around other sinners and a bunch of stuff. And but then he the only reason he did that was to enable him to be able to give the greatest sacrifice, the greatest gift ever.
That's right.
And that's just like in the story, like both of them did this, or they had a great possession that they had to give up just in order to enable them to give something that they knew was good for the other person. So that's a great analogy, Tanner.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. I think we close with that. Donor shoutouts.
So for donor shoutouts, I'm going to say all the names really fast. So thank you to Nana, Vampappy and Wayla, my grandparents, Becky, my Uncle Sebi, my Aunt Jenny and Uncle Sam, my cousins Moses and Zara, and Chris.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'd really appreciate it if you gave it as little as $5 a month. Go to patreon.com/bookinit. $5 a month and above gets you a donor shout out. We'd really appreciate it. If you can't donate for whatever reason, like you're paying off Christmas, we'd really love it if you could go and rate it and review us in your favorite podcasting app. Guys, can't thank you enough for listening, and until next time.
Merry Christmas.
Keep on booking it. Merry Christmas.